agriculture is not sustainable without fair prices, without fair wages. This is the key element to sustainability.
You can't have agriculture without people, and people need to be valued and treated with respect and dignity. So the Agricultural Justice Project clearly understands that and is bringing something in that has sorely been lacking in agriculture in general, even organic agriculture.
Soulfire Farm participates in AJP's food justice certification because we believe that protecting the rights of workers is paramount alongside protecting the earth.
Farmers and farm workers sat down together so that we could try to keep fairness in organic agriculture, and we created the Agricultural Justice Project. Farmers and farm workers hammered out the standards together.
What I really appreciate about the program is that there's an opportunity for the workers on our farm, one, to be educated about their rights under the program. And so understanding that, we don't fire without cause, that we make sure that people have adequate housing and protective equipment so that they're safe on the job, that there's democracy in the workplace. And that AJP, sends in an auditor to make sure that we're not just paying lip service to those values, but that they're actually being enacted. It also gives us an opportunity to express our care and concern for workers' rights to our customers and publicly. So by, proudly bearing the AJP badge on our website alongside with Certified Naturally Grown and our other memberships, we're able to say that we hold workers' rights of tantamount value.
A lot of times when we talk sustainable farming, we want to think about the agricultural practices, the cover cropping, the crop rotation, the protection of the soil. And of course, those are key, but the people doing the farming need to be able to continue doing it, need to be making a fair wage, need to be, fed well, sheltered well, and need to be able to afford the work they do.
Fairness means fair prices to farmers so that we can cover the full costs of production, including living wages for ourselves and for all of the people who work on our farms, and fair, dignified working conditions for the people who work on our farms.
I do have a lot of farmers ask me about food justice certification, and I think that the cost sharing and support for lower income and BIPOC farmers is really essential. And the great thing about food justice certification is it one, displays the farmer's commitment to workers' rights as part of an overall vision for a just and sustainable food system, but it also makes sure that there is some validity to the claim of those values through an external certifying agency. And the fact that there's financial support to participate makes it accessible to anyone who is excited about taking that step.
It makes people happy knowing that we believe in honoring people's labor. It's very heartening for people, I think, to see the food justice certification label.
If we're talking about food and sustainability, we need to be talking about justice. There's unjust food is not sustainable. It needs to be regenerative, it needs to be restorative, and it needs to be taking care of the people, as well as the ecosystem. And the Agricultural Justice Project helps put that at the forefront of the conversation. At our work and our farm, we are taking the social responsibility as important as the agricultural and ecological responsibility. These things are tied together, and they are at the core of our values and the core of what we do.
Something to kind of ground ourselves in when we're talking about social justice in agriculture, that there's this very tangible certification that farmers can utilize to help themselves stay accountable to the people that they're working with.
Other farmers, I would say, I know why you're farming. You're farming because this is important to you. These values are what brought you to farming, and you should be talking about it. You should be talking about it in the same way that you talk about your food. It should be, this food is delicious, this produce is beautiful, this product is beautiful, and it's done in a way that supports the whole community.
Well, I'll say that my hope and dream is that workers' rights becomes codified into policy. And it is an abysmal shame that it's been since 1930s, when we had our first comprehensive labor laws, that they have not been updated to include farm workers who are predominantly people of color. So in the meantime, while we continue to organize, it's incumbent upon us to develop our own structures of accountability to these values of basic human dignity. And that's what AJP offers. So letting our customers and community members know how much we care about human beings and basic human dignity and workers' rights, and that we care so much that we're willing to do the extra labor and throw down some funds to demonstrate that by participating in AJP is really important. And I think will inspire our customers, and hopefully, you know, I always encourage people when they are going out and shopping, especially for institutional or bulk buying, to be asking farmers what their worker rights certifications are. And so by elevating that in the discourse, that idea can catch fire, that we actually are all responsible for holding ourselves accountable to our human rights values.